Hello, welcome. Marlene here. People make cookies for all sorts of reasons, and it's not always happy occasions. Occasionally it's to raise money for research or to help someone that's in need. And today we're going to work on some awareness ribbon sets. Awareness ribbons come in many different colors. I created this little set to create like a gift box so that you can ask for more money and generate more at your fundraising event. So the little hat and little mittens, I thought it made a cute set, and since it's winter here in Montreal and so many parts of the United States, I thought it would be a cute kind of theme to have it winter themed. So I'm going to take you through the step-by-step decorating process and hopefully create some cute cookie sets for you to raise some money. I'm just adding some background pink right here, and I'm just flattening that out just to get the color on. There. And once this dries, I'm going to flood the rest of it. I want kind of a separation between the two sections, so I'm just working on them separately, just letting that crust. So here on this one, I'm just doing this little section. We'll see which one works best, if it's better to do kind of the cut section first or the full section first. There. And I'm cutting off right about here, and we're just going to fill this little diamond shape. There. Once this has time to crust a little bit, I'll fill in the other part, just like so. And now I'm going to do the other section. Black all over my piping bag from my pandas I'm working on at the same time. And let's shake this out. Gonna start here with some light pink. I'm just flooding this whole area. Like so. I'm just outlining and flooding right here. Let's see if we can get this to heal easily. This is not touching, so it just needs to be nudged a little bit. I'm adding a pink base to my mittens as well, so I'm just quickly outlining and flooding. I'm working in the pink icing, which is the breast cancer ribbon, but obviously you could make them in any color, whatever charity is near and dear to your heart. But I'm working in a darker shade of pink and white just to accent them. I want them to have a little bit more of a winter kind of feel, since it's freezing in Montreal, and if you're having a bake sale in winter, it just kind of ties into the season and it's cuter. And if you can make more sales and generate more revenue, that's awesome for your charity. And so I'm just here, let's start with the pink. I've got just a wiggly line. I'm adding a wiggly line down the middle of my mitten here. The smaller your hole, the easier it is to make the wiggle. If your hole is bigger, you have to do kind of broader movements. Here is my hat, and I'm adding the 3 lines, and then I'll add the white in between those. Now every line takes time, so if you can kind of space them out a bit more, that'll allow you to work faster. If you're making cookies for a bake sale or a charity, the faster you can work, the more cookies you can make, and the more money you'll earn. Here, my mitten again, I'm just a wiggly line up the center to give the look of a knit. But if you don't want, you can just leave them plain. They're still cute. And now let's do that scarf. I'm just adding 3 lines here in the middle. And as you can see, I had added that icing kind of behind. It's just to give a little bit more dimension to the design. Just like that. And now we're going to come in with the white. A wiggly line in between those pink ones. Just like that. Now these lines dry relatively quickly if you're adding non-pareil. If you're adding sanding sugar, it's a bit trickier. That is a little bit more kind of tricky. As soon as it's a bit tacky, it sticks. So you have to really make sure your lines are dry before you can start dunking this in sanding sugar. That's why I'm using the non-pareil. It's a lot more forgiving. As soon as you have the surface of the icing crusted over, they don't stick. So you can kind of work a little bit faster. There, so the hats and mitts are done. The next part is pretty fast when we add the sprinkles. I'm just adding my wiggly lines here. And now let's do 1 line here, 2 here, so I can get my 3. You could paint them on too if you wanted. My pink line, I cut my bag a little bit big. And like I said, if you have a fatter line, you have to kind of do a bigger movement to get the wiggle. If you just wiggle a little bit, it looks almost straight. And you can guess if you want how many lines you're going to do of white so that you're not constantly changing. Because every time you set your bag down, well, that takes time. So if you can kind of do all one color and then switch, it'll save you a bit. And now the tassels, you connect, touch the icing and then cut at the end of the cookie. I'm adding 3 pink ones. So this cookie is somewhat done. And now let's grab our white icing. And in between, The thing is about the smaller hole though, I can feel it in my hand. It's harder to squish the icing out. I can feel it, like it hurts even. The stiffer the icing, the harder it is on the force that you need to kind of push the icing out. There's my tassel in the middle. And this one here I'm finishing off. And there. I'm going to let these dry just a little bit before I add my sprinkles. So let's move them out of the way. Here I'm using white, and I'm using these little hearts. I'm going to cut the piping bag a little bit bigger so that I can fill the areas that much faster. You see here, I'm just adding a cuff on the mitten here, just like that. I just fill that in and then dunk, and there's the mitten done. And the hat, that one I'm going to add a little bit of detail. So here, let's do the pom-pom. So you just do a big blob at the top, dunk, there. And then, now also another way you could do a stiffer icing and use like a star tip to get kind of like a different look on the edge, but I'm working with the non-pareil. In my wet icing here, I'm adding a heart, and then I'm gonna dunk that. So where the heart is, the sprinkles will not stick. My dish is not working for this. Okay, there we go. And you can see there with the little heart, that's cute. I didn't put the heart on the cuff. I found it was too big. So there, let's see the set. So this is the set here. Let's put the mitts on either side. And then we have the little hat. So there's the little gift set. Here is the completed gift set. You could add a couple of hearts if you want, and packaging is so important. Make sure that you wrap them nicely either in a clear cellophane bag or in a box with a window. It's so important that they're visible. If you package them and you tell people what's in there, and they're not going to be as tempted as if they can actually see your beautiful cookies. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Good luck with your fundraiser. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads, and I'll see you next time.